Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethany, and today I'm going to be talking about free tarot readings, or more importantly, more specifically, the requests that people make for free tarot readings. I want to answer the question, is it rude to ask for a free tarot reading? So before I get started, I want to acknowledge that these are my thoughts and that you don't have to agree with everything or, in fact, anything that I have to say. If you do choose to comment below on my YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, or my blog, please do keep it respectful. If you reply to someone's disagreeing comment, also please keep that respectful and keep this a safe space for our community. As with everything I offer, take what resonates with you and simply leave the rest. So free tarot reading requests are frequently found in my inbox, in my Instagram messages, and in my Facebook Messenger app, or even when I log in to see it on my computer. So I know I'm not alone in this. There are many people in our community who are professional tarot readers who experience the same thing. I am also well aware of how fortunate I am to be a professional tarot reader. So when I say professional tarot reader, I'm not stating that you need a specific certification or you need to be part of a specific organization. I'm defining this as someone who is paid to provide a tarot reading service, and that is the main source of their income. You may also be a professional tarot reader if you're part-time, or you're building your business, or you're learning to become a professional reader if you are built in the building stages but you're still charging for your business. A professional tarot reader does not read the tarot as a hobby or as something they do just for the love of it. It is a profession that they work hard to progress, perfect, and they're constantly learning in. I've spoken before about reading for family and friends. That is a personal choice that everyone must make on their own. I'm also not talking about free readings that are more specifically swaps or barters. These are completely different things. I'm also not talking about scam tarot readers, which is a whole different post that I could talk about, or people who say that you go to a reader and they are like, oh, you have a curse and you need to pay me $200 to remove it. Those people are charlatans and not professionals of anything but being assholes, let alone professional tarot readers. I recognize that there are also people in every community, in every walk of life, who will want something for free. They will ask their friends who are photographers for free photos. They'll ask for free upgrades. They'll ask for free gear and discounts at stores. There are just those people who are very aligned to wanting things for free. People love free shit. And while it's true that if you don't ask, you don't get, if someone declines your request for something for free, that is their right. If someone asks to be paid for a service or product, that is their right. As customers and clients and as professionals, you have the right to say yes or no. It is an exchange. It is not one way or one-sided. I often see people post in multiple Facebook groups that I'm members of asking for free readings. They are often asking the same question in each group, and they also often ask the same question each time they ask for a free reading. So it's just like this constant request for the same information from different people. These are what I call fishers. They are waiting to find the reader who will tell them what they want to hear and what they want to hear for free. The issues with having one of these people as your clients is that they rarely convert into paying clients, and they will keep coming back to you with the same questions over and over again. In the Tarot Readers Academy Facebook group, which is my academy's group on Facebook, we have a thread each week, once a week, for people who want to swap readings. It used to be for free readings, but I changed that due to people constantly undervaluing members' time, energy, and skills, and also not really giving anything back. And there are a ton of free tarot reading groups on Facebook, Tumblr, you name it. You name the social media or there's even a billion websites you can go get free readings from. So if that's their jam, then you can go and do that. I just have decided that was not something that I wanted to do for my students who are trying to learn to hone their skills. Swaps are cool. And then there are also the people who are going to talk until they're blue in the face that using your spiritual gifts and charging for them is against some cosmic rules. If that's what you believe and that's your reality and you want to live in that, then you're free to do so. That is your choice, just like your religious beliefs. You can have them, but just don't try and shove them down my throat. Don't want to charge for your readings? That's cool. Want to charge for your readings? That's cool too. Choice is so great. I could go on about how one-handed energy exchanges are bad karma, but that would be a waste of my time if you don't believe that either. So now that I've kind of gotten all that out of the way, what is my stance on people asking me or asking other tarot professionals for free readings? When I was learning the tarot, when I was learning the art of reading for people, when I was learning all the ins and outs and taking lessons, I carried out free readings. When I was in the beginning of building my business, I did free readings for practice and also for exchange for testimonials. I also encourage my tarot students to do free readings for those reasons, and to do so for people who aren't friends or family to build up their skills. I found often that it's easier for people to read for someone they don't know versus the person that's closest to them. I do not carry out free tarot readings anymore, and I have not done so for years. When I get asked for a free tarot reading, it's usually a message that sounds something like this. Hey Anthony, can I get a reading from you? Or can you pull a card for me? Or I did this reading, it doesn't make sense. Here's a picture, can you take a look at it? These are all requests for free tarot readings. If people who messaged me in that way were serious about booking a reading with me, they would have gone to my site and done so. It's pretty easy to find my site and book with me. When I receive these messages, I thank them for contacting me and point them in the direction of my site where they can book with me. 99% of the time, I never hear back from that person again. They've moved on to someone or they found someone else to carry out their free request. I also sometimes get the I can't afford you line back, which is, I do get that from some people. It's rare, but I have had it. And I'm not quite sure what people are trying to achieve with that reply. So I usually do ignore that. I'm like, I don't even know where to begin with someone's attitude around money and value when they say something like that. I wouldn't go into a luxury store like Louis Vuitton and say that. I wouldn't say that to my accountant or my lawyer or my dentist. I guess people may be expecting a discount or a justification on my prices, and I'm not even entering into that conversation with people. So if you ever said that to me and I've never gotten back to you, that is why. It is abundantly clear on my website that tarot is my profession. I pay taxes on the income that I receive on my readings, my coaching, the academy, and my products. This is the way I provide for myself and my family. Money is how I pay for rent, food, clothes, internet, car, everything. We do not currently live in a world where you can survive on exposure and good vibes. It just simply doesn't happen. So I do not carry it out. It is very clear that it's a profession for me, and here are the main reasons why I do not do so. I have found that people rarely value freebies. There are a ton of psychological studies on this. I even have linked one in the blog over at ethny.com. You can go and see it. It talks about the psychology behind people's interaction with free stuff. But basically, here is the gist of it. Are you more likely to give something to someone that you were given for free or something that you paid money for? If you get free tickets to an event versus paying $200 for the event, you're probably more likely to say, screw it, I'm not going to the free event, versus you saying, screw it, I'm not going to the $200 event. If you can't really go, you might try and sell the ticket. But the odds are that you're more likely to go because there is value attached to something that you pay for. It is so easy to brush off a reading from someone when you've placed no value on it. Don't like what the reader said or don't want to admit that you did something to attribute to the situation that you're in? Well, who gives a shit? You didn't pay for it. You can just go find someone else who's going to tell you something different or tell you what you want to hear, or keep going until you find that person's that it's going to do that. There is nothing that you put you're not invested in it. There's no investment of your time. The second reason is I believe my time is valuable. This is something that recently came up when talking about those annoying people who add you to Facebook groups without your permission. Do not even get me started on that shit. I hate that. But my sister, who is a PR professional, mentioned that when someone carries out this, if an owner of a group adds people in bulk to their group, they are assuming that their time is worth more than the other person's. Because you'd have to go in and go through the groups and fucking unfollow them and remove yourself from them, which takes time, right? This is what this looks like in kind of a different way of looking at it. So when you are asking for someone to take the time to do something for you for free, you are saying to that person, hey, Ethany, can you spend your time on this thing for me, this reading for me? I, on the other hand, am going to do nothing in exchange and carry on with my life until it's done. You can use your time and your skills to do this for me for free. I, on the other hand, will invest no time or effort into this exchange. But when you pay for a service, this is what you're saying. Hi, Ethany, I'm paying you, which is money I received for my own skill and time in my own job, for a service which is going to take your time and skill to carry out. Thank you very much. There is now an exchange of energy. There is now a value put on your time, because I also believe that time is one of the most valuable things that we have. There's two more reasons. Well, there's actually three, but the next reason is my service is legit. I, as a woman who lives in the Western world, live in a society that doesn't exactly see tarot readers as a legit profession. We are a little on the fringe and a little taboo, and that is a stigma that most professional tarot readers are fighting to change every single day. It is never a field when I go to fill out my taxes, what do you do? Oh, I'm a tarot reader. I have to. It's not like they don't give you, it's not like you're an engineer or a doctor. It's still something that is kind of a little bit undefined by many sort of practices or institutions. Friends, colleagues, and students of mine struggle to speak out loud that they read the cards professionally because they fear people not taking them seriously or fear persecution in the extreme. This is something that is changing, but it can be a subconscious reason why people believe that a tarot reading is not valuable. I believe that they are. I pay my tarot biz mentors. I pay for people when I get a reading from them when I need to. I believe that my service is legit and is valuable. The next reason is I believe that your shit is important. So people come to readers for some pretty life-changing stuff. Any tarot reader with a good number of readings under their belt will have stories about serious relationships, businesses, money troubles, mental health issues, and the list goes on and on and on. If you're coming to a tarot reader and asking them about the deepest and most important parts of your life, don't you think that's worth paying for? Most people come to a tarot reader because they have problems or have a need or need some guidance. They are usually under stress or pressure or have worry around something. I see this as valuing yourself by valuing the content people are providing you and the solution and path forward. Or the breakthrough aha moment, or the healing, or the knowledge or security. So isn't that worth paying for? And my last sort of point that I wanted to mention is, would you ask your lawyer the same thing? Would you go to your lawyer and expect free service? Would you go to your dentist and expect them to do everything for free? Would you go to your mechanic and ask for a free car service? Would you ask your plumber to fix your bathroom for free? I mean, there are very, very few people who would do any of these, and if they did, they wouldn't get far. I'm not talking about family and friends here again. I'm talking about people you do not know. Ringing someone up, you find them on the internet, and you book them in, you say, oh, by the way, can you do that shit for free? I'm sure they're going to hang up on you if you do that. I may not be a lawyer, yes, but I've spent years working on my tarot skills, and many of my colleagues have as well. I've completed training which I've paid for. I've taken complimentary courses to increase my skills as a counsellor, business coach, and teacher. Many of my students and many of my colleagues have also done these things and have all sorts of different amazing other skills that I don't have that they incorporate in their business. We all pay for the tools that we need to carry out our work, and we pay for space, fuel, internet, computers, cameras, microphones, all sorts of things to carry out our jobs, just like any other profession. Our time is valuable, my skills are valuable, my time is valuable, I'm worth being paid for the work that I do, period. And I believe that to be true for my colleagues as well who are professional tarot readers. So in all honesty, guys, I don't think people who are asking for free readings think about this as much as I have in this post. I hope that by sharing some of my thoughts, it sparks people to think a little bit about what they're asking for when they do this. As I mentioned in a paragraph before, if you are in dire straits and need a reading, there are lots of services that can provide that for you. I'm not saying that everyone can afford to pay for a tarot reading, and there is definitely a sliding scale for what people charge, and that is completely dependent on what they feel is right for their services. I shared why I feel like it is a little rude to ask a tarot professional for a freebie and why I don't carry out free readings. So I would now like to hand it over to you. What do you think? If you're a tarot reader, do you get free tarot reading requests all the time? How do you handle it? Do you think it's flat out rude to ask for a free tarot reading or a free reading or a free healing or a free service? I'd love to hear your thoughts below, and please, as much as you possibly can, keep it classy. And thank you so much for watching.